Matt, you've got the international boys back now. Donovan, Brandon Comley, Liam Gordon. They've had a fantastic time away, haven't they?
Yeah, tough place to go at this time of year in the Caribbean. So they've had a fantastic time. But in terms of results, they've done really well. Liam's game, the first one was postponed, it's cancelled, and then he's played on Tuesday night and they've had a great result. Donovan and Combs have had two fantastic results in their games. So brilliant experience for all three of them. As we said and spoke about before, they went with that. An emotional time for all three of them it is when they go back to their countries and play for loads of different reasons, not just least the game. Of course, I'm delighted that they're back in the buildings now and back with us. But brilliant experience for all them, and I said it before, should be proud of all three of them.
Donovan picks his moments, doesn't he? Scores away on international duty. I think Liam Gordon did it previously as well. He got 3 assists in that game the other night. Must fill you with immense players go away and perform so well on the international stage.
Yeah, Donovan was captain as well. He goes into that group and he leads like he does for us, and he's an asset for his country as he is for us. So, and to score the goal, I'm sure that was such a proud moment for him and his family. And I'm buzzing for him for that. Looking forward to him getting off the score sheet for us this season, which he's very, very close to doing, not least in the last home game. He had a good couple of headers in the penalty area, which he'll have been desperate to score. So both Liam and Combs, they go about their stuff and they're role models for how to be a professional and how to be professional. And all three of them, there's no coincidences that they're such good people, not least such good professionals. So proud of them, say it again, and delighted that they're back with us and they're all okay. And yeah, they've had a good bit of sun, recovery, rest and games as well.
Some good news elsewhere at the club this week. Oisin McKenty signing a new contract with. To him, the hard work that he's put in, that he's now been rewarded with it.
Yeah, we've been working really hard to get this done for a little bit of time, and he's earned it. He really has. I think anyone who's ever watched Osh just shows that he just shows that all action, Irish mentality of I'm just going to go and run through brick walls, and that's the type of lad that he is. I make no secret of, since I've been in charge, I think I've played him in pretty much every game I could possibly play him in. And that's because of the effect that he has on the team. And as I say, we've been trying really, really hard to get this sorted. It goes into what we're trying to do at the football club. We're trying to really make strides into looking after these lads, making them our lads for a longer period of time. There's no knee-jerk reactions to it. We want to, tie these players down and to do exactly the same. So there's no knee-jerk reactions with these contracts. We're working really hard and identifying how we can get some of these deals over the line and working with the players and I just want to build around the lads that we've got, especially this core group of these young, hungry players that we got at the football club. And Osh certainly fits into that category, and he's done absolutely everything he possibly can to have earned this contract. He's a fantastic person, a fantastic human, and he's got all the kind of mental attributes that I'm after. His desire, willingness, determination, and people will be followed and they will be led by Oshin's example because he's a fantastic pro.
I was going to say, he demonstrates the mentality that he's had. It was particularly perhaps a tough season for him last year with the injury he picked up early on into his Walsall career. He came back in pre-season and he seems to have come on leaps and bounds, and now he's been rewarded for it.
Yeah, Osh is an athlete, an incredible athlete. He's very regularly the top of all of the running stuff that we do. But I've got a few that are really vying for that competition, and he's into that pack that are. And again, it's what I want to build around. It's building around players that are willing to put the ground in, that are willing to put the work in, and I think I've got a real group of lads that want to do that. So it's a fantastic start point for me to have the ones that want to do it and lead by example through their work rate, and he's one of them. I've got other ones that do exactly the same, and I think we as I've said, just back them. We want to build the football club around people like that. and that was the first part of the jigsaw puzzle, getting Austin.
You mentioned work rate there. A couple of the injured boys close to a return. This weekend against Forest Green may come too soon, but it's great to see the likes of Priestley Farquharson and Jack Earing back in a little bit of contact training and just making that final step in their rehab now.
Yeah, both of them. We know we've missed both of them. Jack's obviously been a really long one, and it's been. You've asked me a few times about him, and the updates has always been, it's a little bit way off now, He's getting really close now. I need to find him a game really soon to kind of complete that rehab for him. But he spent the last 2 weeks in full contact with us, which has been brilliant. I'd probably suggest a few of the lads are still a little bit like not wanting to go too close to him because of what he's been through. So I need to find him a game soon where he's where that just goes out the window and he can really have confidence in that he's back. But he's close, really, really close. Priestley's been working exceptionally hard. He's a lad that we all know the abilities and the effect that he can have and will have on the team when he's back in. So he's pushing, we're pushing, and it's not too far off.
Into this weekend's game, it's a school partners game. 1,674 additional tickets sold in the community stand. This now gives you, this game represents an opportunity to inspire the next generation of supporters for Walsall, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it sure does. It's the initiatives that the football club put on with that school partners thing and other things that they do in that community programme are, they're incredible things. We're desperate to bring along that next generation of football supporter to us. We've got a real catchment area of different clubs that are all vying for their attention and their support, and we want to be the club that they hold on to and create some memories with each other. So brilliant work by Adam in the community with that. Brilliant work by the football club in working really closely and harnessing these local relationships. It's a big thing. We've got our part to play in that, and we certainly want to make it not only a fantastic atmosphere, but the type of football we want to send them home enjoying. So yeah, it's a fantastic day for the football club, which will be made even more fantastic going home, sending them young lads home with young children home with 3 points.
Yeah, it's one of those where they can. It's going to be a crowd that's closing in on 6,000 already. It's probably going to go up and over 6,000 on a day. They can play a huge part in that, as well as the regulars who come week in, week out, and it could be a fantastic day if all things go right on the day.
Yeah, yes, as it always is. Of course it is. You want to win your home games, but there's an opposition, and I don't know, we'll come on to that now, that will be desperate to do exactly the opposite to what we're wanting to do. So it will certainly be a tough game, and it'll be one that we need the supporters with us throughout the whole of it. We need them really behind the group, really behind us. And I've said it before, I'll completely continue to say it again, how powerful I know this football club and this stadium is and this supporter base is when we're all together. We're all going in the same direction. And for those 95, 100 minutes, whatever it is these days, it's all just doing absolutely everything we possibly can to get the victory, and that's what we'll be doing. And we're looking forward to the supporters being right behind us together, as we are, as they are. Again, going back to sending home everyone happy, the regulars, the new ones, the younger ones, the older ones, everyone just going home happy. That's what we're all focused on.
And it is Forest Green Rovers this weekend. A win and a draw for them coming into the game, not perhaps in a league position that they would like, but they have still got a very competitive squad with some fantastic League Two players.
Yeah, they've suffered really heavily for injury. We were speaking to their manager after we played them in the Papa John's, and he kind of outlined how severe his injury list had been, and I'm sure they're working towards that, to getting some of those players back, and when they do, they've got a really, really good team in the division. We know that. So yeah, it's the same as every single League Two game will be. We've got to be on top of it. We've got to ride the tough moments, give our all in the good moments, and that's the way it will be. There'll be two teams that are, I think I said in my programme notes, it'll be a blood and thunder game. Two teams desperate to win the game, and we go in there desperate to do the same.